Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig and I'm a singer-songwriter, storyteller, and cowboy boot enthusiast. And when it comes to singing songs, I really like singing about murders. I'm talking about the classic murder ballads in folk music, and there are so many of them. I think there are probably murder ballads in every single culture because murdering is something that is human. It is driven by emotions, and the stories around murders and crimes like that, the drama that it creates, is something very interesting to humans in general, I believe. And in murder ballads, especially those of Western culture, often feature murderers who learn their lesson about the value of human life too late. So in a lot of Western murder ballads, there is a male murderer who murders someone. It could be a male or a female. And then after the murder, they often regret their act. And it's tough for them to live with the fact that they murdered somebody and took a life. So a lot of these murder ballads either end with them killing themselves or somebody else killing them, like a person who is mad at the fact that this person killed their loved one, or the authorities hanging them, or putting them to death in general for their crimes. It's interesting to hear that switch in these songs when the murderer realizes the value of life, whether they had taken that life for greed or jealousy. It's just a switch that happens in the song that they realize they made an enormous mistake. And that is what I love about murder ballads. It is so human. It tells true stories a lot of the times, and it makes people realize the fact that murdering somebody is wrong because life is precious, and doing it for reasons like greed or jealousy just doesn't make sense just because life is so valuable. And the fact that these people in the songs realize that too late is just a lesson for everybody else that hears them. So I'm going to play a song now. It's called Down in the Willow Garden. And this is an old English-Irish folk song that's been brought over, and it became Americanized in the early days of America. And it's a murder ballad about a man who kills the woman who he's courting because his father says that he could become rich if he did. So there's two characters in this that feel grief. The murderer, after he murders his loved one, and the father, because the son gets caught and will be put to death. So they were both wrong, and they both realized the value of life and how it wasn't worth the crime. So this song is called Down in the Willow Garden, and it does get a little bit violent and a little bit graphic. So if you're squeamish to those sort of things, I would recommend that you stop watching now. You have been warned. That's your trigger warning. Here is Down in the Willow Garden. Down in the willow garden, me and my true love did meet. It was there we sat a-courting, my love fell off to sleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine, my love, she did not know. It was there I murdered that dear little girl down on the banks below. Well, I drew my saber through her. It was a bloody knife. I threw her in the river. It was a dreadful sight. My father often told me that money would set me free if I would murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. Now he sits in his own cabin door, wiping a tear-brimmed eye, looking at his only son upon that scaffold high. My race is run beneath the sun. The devil is waiting for me, for I did murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. That is Down in the Willow Garden, and it is a traditional folk song in the public domain. So if you wanted to learn it or play it, you could do so freely and release it to the world. I really like that song. It's really pretty, but very violent at the same time, and it makes people realize the fragility of human life, how susceptible we are to our own emotions, such as greed and jealousy, and the consequences of letting those emotions take us away. So that is what I like about murder ballads. I really like the lessons that they have, and I really like the stories that they tell. Thank you so much for watching today. What do you think about murder ballads? Let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear if you think that they're a little bit too much for you, or if you have a similar fascination with them that I do. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Down in the Willow Garden, me and my true love did meet. It was there we sat a-courting, my love fell off to sleep.